Mariota now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick throw line from Mariota. And he's pinned at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mariota on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
A loss of a yard.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Mariota. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. The 30 here.
Antonio Gibson.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rhodes. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0 Washington. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
A good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it'll be intercepted. execution, just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 31 yards there and a first down.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down.
Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Oh, battle for it here. And this will be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Dancing to his left. This is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rolling to his right. And trying to get to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. When he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Haskins to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to look deep for... And got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
The 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. Reception here by Ruggs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Back at his own 49.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. They'll it'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete and excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Haskins will throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And now the incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
The kickoff for the Raiders.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
He's just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. There's some space here. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. First down, Gibson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
18 on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. One there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Taken down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 28, Josh.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
4th down.
They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Washington 13.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes...
And that's caught inside the 30.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To number 80.
A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
14.
Out to the left, flat and complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that's thrown to Perriman out wide. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The 36-yard line.
To the air again, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted the 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
But that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota, he'll let this go deep for runs. That will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup there of 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 1-yard line. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Taken in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota, flushed out right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota, Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Waller. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Rico Gafford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That's going to be caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They get this in left. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. Would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. He's going to go down. His time is going to run out on this game.
Today's final question.